Hello, today I'm going to walk you through setting up a new database, and this activity is 30105, so we'll be walking through this one together. So the first thing we need to do is open this assignment, and you'll see it says open a database program. Our database program, of course, is Microsoft Access, and you're going to open that, and then you will be naming the database Activity 30105. So here we are with Access open, and I'm going to click on the blank database. And we're going to call this 30105 and then create that. All right, so when we start with a new database, see we are in Data Sheet View. How we know that, if we go up here to this upper left corner, use Views, and it'll show that Data Sheet View is the one that's highlighted around here, and we'll see that the other one is Design View. So that's, if we were to click here, we would go to Design View. So that's just when the default opening is at Data Sheet View. To start with, we have to design our database. So we have to go to Design View to start. So we'll click that. What are we going to be calling this? Then the instruction says Music Fun Student. And there we have it. Now, looking at this database, we see that field name is highlighted, and the default here is ID, and there is a gold key to the left of that. That is our primary key. Now, the purpose of that is that if we have a primary key, we will not have any duplicates. For this activity, we do not want that on there, at least not yet. So let's go ahead and click the primary key up here in the upper left, so that now that key disappears, and we're going to be changing these things in just a moment. I'm going to jot back over to what the instructions say on here, which is, what do we need to have? We need to have artist is our field. It'll be text and 25. So artist, text, 25. So first thing's artist. And then we're going to go to text over here instead of auto number. We will always use short text. Now you'll go down here, field name. It says we should be using 25. Now this we can change at any time, and so we'll just start with 25. Later on, you probably will have to change that. Okay, so what is the next field that we need to be looking at? It is CD. Oh, we should have a description here too. Name of the artist or group, so that should be in the description. But the next field name is CD title. It's also text and 50. So CD title. Again, also short text, and then it says it should be 50 down here. So far, pretty straightforward. The next one is where we get a little more complicated. It has more steps. So it's under release date. We want date time, and then we're going to format a short date using an input mask. Well, what does that mean? Well, we'll put date. And it's release date. And then we're going over here to date time. So right now we're short text, go to date, time, and then down here we have some of our choices here. We're going to click here. Now notice there's a drop down. Always use the drop down if there's a date drop down, and we want to go to short date. That's what the instructions said. Now the next thing it said is use the input mask. Input mask is the second column down here. We're going to click in there. Now we have 3 dots. This is going to open a dialog box. If we have to save first, yes. Okay, then we're going to go to short date again. Now, if we want to see what it's going to look like, this is what it's going to show up in our database when we go to enter data. And that's fine. We can hit finish at this point, but I want to show you the next one as well. So maybe we don't want those dashes under there. Maybe we want to go with something like the hashtags. And this is what it would look like if I chose hashtags. So you don't have to do that. You can leave it at the default, which is the underscore. And then we can hit next, and we can just hit finish. All right, so we didn't see any changes here, but we will when we go back to Data Sheet View. So we click here, we had to save again. Now we're in Data Sheet View, and just like with Excel, we can open these up. And these are now our field names, not our columns, but our field names. So we'll definitely have to open. Some of these are even a lot bigger than that. So we're going to open these up, and then you need to go in there and enter the data. Now I really recommend that you go left to right, especially with Access when you're filling data in. That way you can just type it in here, hit tab, you go to the next one, type it in, tab, hit enter, it'll take you back to the beginning here. If you fill in from top down, Access likes to arrange and sort the data. So if you had to close it for some reason and you'd come back, it'd probably be alphabetized, which then means when you go to do your other ones, they might not be lined up as nicely. I mean, you have to look at each individual one and see where they are. Right, so go ahead and fill those in. So you should have all the data entered now for that first page. So what is the next step on here? We've entered that in. We now need to sort the table in descending order by release date field. Release date field. So we're going to go up here to release date. Now we can do this a couple different ways. If we click right on this arrow right next to release date, we can sort oldest to newest. That's in descending order, or newest to oldest. Or if you kind of like me, I kind of forget which one it is, I can go up here to the top and see it says ascending or descending. So in descending order, so newest to oldest is what I have it in right now. And so in descending order by release date. So the next step we have to do is we're going to scroll down, and well, we have to wait till we get to the next one. So we're going to save this one at that point, and we are done for now. Do not turn this one in. We'll be using it again later.